Hello guys and welcome to my channel. We're going to be working on an Audi A4 today on a timing chain cover, the upper one that has a leak. So this is the Audi A4 we're working on. It's a CJEB engine, CJE, commonly in the Audi A4 1.8 TFSIs and the A3s, couple of Skodas and Seats and VW. This is the generation 3 engine. So if you could have a look down there, you can see it's got a leak. So we're going to be swapping out this case, the seal today, and I'm going to show you where it leaks from exactly. This engine, like I was saying, is the generation 3 of the Audi and the VW family. This is the generation 3rd one, where they've sorted out the timing tensioner and also the piston rings. In the generation 1, the CDMCs and the CDMBs, they had the common problem of the engine oil sinking, where the pistons ring were really weak and the oil will come straight through. And then the generation 2, which were the CCZ engine, CCZB engine, they had the failure of the timing chain tensioner, where they loosen and the chain will stretch. So they sorted them two issues out in the generation 3, but it looks like they've have problems with the leaking of the timing chain covers, the upper one and the bottom one. It was the same issue with the generation 2 in the CCZs, in the VW Golf GTIs. To do this job, what we're going to need is to remove 1, 2, 3, there's a 4th one down there and a 5th one there, and before that there's 3, there's a T30 there, T30 there, T30 there, the exhaust solenoid and the camshaft solenoid. We're going to remove that out, and then we're going to take away this cover, slide it out, and just we're going to move this T30 for this oil thing, so we could get access to that. And there's a little clip on this oil, that groove that this clips in there. We're just going to move that for better access to pull it out. I'm just going to show you where it's leaking from, on my assessment, why we think it's leaking from there. So we're underneath the car right now, and as you can see, there's a leak. And when you see a leak like this, you want to keep going up and see where it's coming from. So if we shine it all the way up there, if you could see just below the timing chain cover, it's all coming from underneath that area there. And what tends to happen inside that case, there's usually 2 O-rings on the variators that need replacing. So we're going to replace them 2 out as well. And you see it's heavily leaking from the top there. And why it flies all over the place is when the fan kicks in, the fan blows it all over the place. So before we do anything, what we're going to do is we're going to clean all of that off, so then after, when we've swapped everything out, we can see if it's still leaking. Let's get to it. So I cleaned a little bit down there. Halfway through cleaning it, it came to my attention that once I take off this cover, oil's gonna fall back down again. So I thought, after I put this case back on, then give it a thorough clean. That would be a better option. So we're going to get to it right now. Just going to show you what tools are needed for this job. May need a few more as we go, but to show you for now what we're going to need. We're going to need a small ratchet, small extension, small screwdriver just to pry on the casing, a 10mm or a T30. Well, I'm going to use the 10mm. On these Audis you get little room to play with, so I could catch these, the a T30 or 10mm, so I think it'll be easier for me to catch it with a 10mm socket. And why I need these two is for the O-rings, to pull out the O-rings in the variator where they tend to usually leak from. Sorry guys, I don't have the cameraman here today, so I'm going to take off the case and show you guys once I've taken it off where the issue is. Due to the access of that one and that one, I gave it one spin and then I just torqued it out with my hands. So to remove this, just take off this tab here, push this back, and it just simply comes off like that. And you pry that off. So what I've done, I've marked this as 1 and I'm gonna mark that one as 2. So I remember when I go to put it back in, 1 is to my right, 2 is to my left. That just comes off. A little bit of a pry with a screwdriver around there, and it'll come off. So this last bolt at the top here, my small quarter wrench or ratchet wasn't getting through, so what I did, I put in the 30 and I just got this little bar and I just improvised to get it through. I've seen on the Golfs where they're horizontal, they've had to lift it up. You don't need to do that with it. It's taken me about, say, 10 minutes and I've had enough access to get in, and after one twitch I just spins out with the hand. So guys, after about, say, 15 minutes it's come off, and you can see it's a bit out of shape here, a bit of loss here, it's just out of shape. All along here, you can see that's come up a lot there. So when you replace the seal, make sure you put it on the right way. And just a quick word of advice. When I was taking these out, I did it with my hand all the way till I felt it come back. So just be careful when you get to these bottom ones. Really stick your hand in there. You got enough access to put your hand in there and just spin these out till they come out, because you got the chain behind there. You want to be really careful. These two seals, you can swap them out, but my ones are fine. The ones that are commonly where the problem is, that a few people have spoken about, is this one down here, the one in the variator. There's one on this side and one on that side. So I've had stories where people have swapped out their timing chain, swapped the case, everything, and they've seemed to get a leak, and this is what's causing it, the one in the variator, the O-ring. So I'm going to be swapping these two out as well. If you could see, that's why I needed the pick. So when I pick them out, just to be very careful, and once it comes out, it should loosen out, come out, and then you just put the same ones back in. And just swap it back. Only a couple of quid from Audi or TPS. Just want to swap these two back out, and that's the seal. The seal part numbers there. Okay guys, that's the old O-ring in that variator, and this is the newer one. So this is car's done about, say, 80,000, so I don't think it's ever been swapped. They just wear, you could just feel it's a bit worn when you feel the new one. It's like new rubber. It feels a bit loose. And why I needed the pick to pick with one and then lift up the other. Just be careful you don't hit anything there. There's that steady behind there, and then once you put it in, just give it a rub so it's seated. That's the main source where it leaks from, the oil. Just make sure it's fully seated. So here's the old seal that I'm going to take off. And let's get a little, put my fingers in there and it comes straight off. So what I've noticed with the old one and the new one, so the groove's on the outside, so the line, you want to get that on the outside, and on the inside you want to go in to the inside, so it could be easily confused. So just remember to see that line on the outside, like how we see it here. Just going to clean that up and then slot it back in. So guys, while putting on this case, this seal, I've been wondering, should I put some seal up on this groove here? But then I'm thinking it's too close to the timing chain. My first instinct was put some seal on, but then I'm thinking the seal itself, so thick itself, and when you look at the old one, I don't think it's ever been swapped. There's no seal residue anywhere, so I don't think it needs any seal. When you're putting it back on, you don't want to be touching that timing chain, especially with any sort of seal. That's the timing chain we're talking about. So what I have done though, I put some seal so it sits. I put some seal inside, just slightly rubbed it over my finger on the inside, so it sits nicely around there. And once these go in, you just want to push that in. Push that in. Where this has gone past the seal, just want to push this side all the way in. Both hands for this, and then you know it's sat correctly. So when it's flush inside, it's not moving back. You know, it's coming. So what we're going to do now, just going to do the reverse of it and put it back in, and see you guys shortly. Got that cover back on. I just hand tightened it first, all of them, and then I just tweaked it down, snugged it down, and that seal is in place. So is that one. Why is that so important is the oil will come through there and it'll go down, and then it'll come through the casing. So that seal prevents it from getting into that casing. It keeps the timing chain cover dry inside. So that's why we swap them out on the main variator. So guys, I've finally got all the bolts, all the sensors back on. I put number 1 back in number 1, number 2 back in number 2. Put this T25 ring on. I caught it from the right side. At first it was hard to catch, but I got it from the right side, that bolt down there. Hand threaded it, all of the bolts are hand threaded, and just tightened it up and cleaned it up. Gonna take it for a drive and it should do the job. Just a few tips before I go. Please, if I've helped anybody, please subscribe and like as well, so I could get a better video for you guys. I'm sorry the light's been bad, but we could sort that out in the future. And I've taken off the under tray. Behind the scenes, obviously tools fell down there, screws fell down there, and just take your time and do it, guys. It's possible without taking off the anti-roll bar from the bottom and lifting it up. You don't need to do that on these, as you got enough space to get in there with your hands. You just gotta take your time, and it's possible to do. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Please like and subscribe so I could get more videos for you guys. Thank you for watching.